Hi there Clashers, Bozonic from Spartans with a guide on how to use the new Zap-Quake method for LaLoon or Go LaLoon attacks. So it's just taking use of the new donated spell. You can take out 2 air defences with spells, so makes air attacks quite a lot easier. So on this base I'm going to Zap-Quake the 2 air defences in the northwest and then come in with my kill squad to take out 1 more in the northeast. So just a golem tanking a few wizards to create a funnel, then I'm going to send in a test wall breaker and then 2 more to break into that compartment. And then I'm going to drop my Bow King and Archer Queen. I want the Bow King and Golem to get in quite early to pull out the clan castle, so the Archer Queen gets locked onto that, so there's no danger of her sort of wandering round to the gold collector and not getting inside. So my goal is just to get the Archer Queen down and to kill whatever's in the clan castle and take the air defence in the east down. And this is a first attack, but it's pretty obvious where the Teslas are. So I take 3 hounds and I'm going to send them in from each corner furthest from the remaining air defence. And so as I send them in, I'm going to drop a couple of loons to take out any Teslas, archer towers, whilst they're protected by the hounds moving in. And then once the hounds get down towards the south, I'll send in the rest of my loons to converge on that remaining air defence. And I think I should have a few loons left over for either for emergencies or clean-up, depending on how it goes. So let's see how it goes. And just start with the lightning quakes on the air defences. With the extra 30 seconds, you're not under so much time pressure anymore. So just get the easy stuff done first, rather than sort of saving it for mid-attack to try and save a bit of time, which does make it a bit neater, but also might distract you from whatever you're doing. So just keep it easy for yourself. So my Golem and Wiz have gone in, sending my wall breakers to break into that compartment, and Hero's down, and the clan castle's come out as a Hound, so in this case nice and easy. My Barbarian's gone in, got the Archer Queen down, and just slowly sniping away at the Lava Hound in the clan castle. My Golem's still there tanking, so the pups stay on the Golemites, so the Archer Queen's safe still. And she targets the air defence, and that's that bit sorted. So I can start my Lava Hound part. I'm going to send 1 in from the north first and drop a couple of loons to get the Tesla and Archer Tower down. And then 1 in the east, and again same thing. And 1 in the west, same thing. So the first Lava Hound basically gets popped just by air mines and air bombs. That's fine, gets those out of the way, and still got 2 hounds left to tank from my balloons in the south. And I think 1 more pops, so that's useful, gets me a bit of clean up pups. And the final Lava Hound just isn't going to pop, and pretty much all the defence is down now apart from that Archer Tower, which isn't going to be a problem. So yeah, it's just clean up and plenty of time for that. So these attacks I tend to take, if my kill squad's going to get 1 air defence down, I'll take 3 Lava Hounds. If it's going to get 2 down, so effectively I have no air defences left, I'll just take the 1. And if I'm not going to use a kill squad, I'm just going to take 2 air defences down. Then I tend to take 5, which is what I'm going to do here. So in this one, given that the Archer Queen patrols round those 2 air defences in the northwest, I'm just going to time it so that I drop my lightnings whilst the Archer Queen is standing in range of them. So that's the first one done, and you see the Archer Queen's well under half health. So same again here, and she's going to go down. And just 1 quake to touch both of those air defences, so I do have a haste as well, although I don't think I end up using it. And so I've got 5 hounds, and 2 on each of the remaining air defences, and loons behind. And as it turns out, the 2 air defences both target the 2 separate hounds on the south air defence. So those 2 hounds pop very early, leaving me with no coverage on that south air defence. So I noticed that and send in my remaining Hound, and works out just in time. So I end up with one loon that ends up being protected by that Hound. I was planning to save that Hound and use it to tank for the back end. So maybe I should have actually started with my Hounds at the back end and sent a few loons in behind those. But as it turns out, I've got plenty of loons left, and so just an archer tower and a wizard tower and a Tesla left. But I've got my Hounds tanking some of the remaining loons, and I'd have my 2 spare loons in case I need those too. So no problem here, I don't think. And yeah, so I don't need to use my last 2 loons, so I just save those for cleanup. And haven't used my heroes at all in this raid. And given that I had quite a lot of time left, I thought I might as well swag them at the end, and also didn't need the haste spell. So it's quite an overpowered attack, and it's not too complicated. You just need to make sure you get a good spread on your loons and target defences, and it tends to work pretty well. So this one, I'm going to actually take down all the air defences. So I've got 2 down with my spells. I'm going to send in a kill squad. Start the golems quite wide because I want to get those side buildings removed to make sure that the queen doesn't wrap round and make sure she gets inside. So I've built the nice funnel there. Because I only needed 1 quake. I've got a spare poison for the clan castle troops too. And they go down. Archer Queen is now on the remaining air defence, and I can just start my loon deployment. So just targeting the individual defences all the way around the base, and I've got a Hound tanking in the northwest. So the Hound, once the buildings around the sides are taken out, the Hound will move inside the base and provide a bit of tanking for the remaining Teslas and Expos. No, I think the Expos are down actually, so that makes it even easier. And I do have 2 Teslas in the south to deal with, but I had 4 balloons, which were just about enough. They take a bit of a beating, but I think they just about get those Teslas down. So it's well worth learning this new attack. It's pretty overpowered, and the only bases it's particularly tricky for are bases where you would previously have needed a jump to get into the Archer Queen. So I've not really hit any of those yet. So you can use wall breakers to break in, but you do need to make sure you get the Archer Queen down. So there may be a few bases where this is slightly tricky, because you obviously don't have the spell capacity to use a jump for your kill squad. So one more, and this one went slightly wrong because I was just trying to do it neater than I needed to here. So I've killed the air defences. I was trying to take out the archer towers too. They didn't go down as it turned out. And when I dropped my Bar King to swap for the Archer Queen, I dropped in just as the Archer Queen went back inside the walls. So the Bar King didn't get the Archer Queen down, and I tried dropping my Archer Queen to take her. And as the attack was going on, I didn't think I'd got the Archer Queen down, so it's a bit panicky here, thinking it was basically doomed. Sent in my Hounds to the remaining air defences and spread my loons behind them. But because I thought the Archer Queen was still up, I didn't send anything in on the west corner, and I didn't save any back end loons either. So it's always worth trying to save a few back end loons, because otherwise by the end your loons can be clumped up and all sort of moving in one big clump towards a wizard tower, which can take them all out. Whereas if you've got a few to send in to distract that wizard tower on the back end, then there's not really anything that can stop them. But as it turns out, I got away with it, and so three of the 5 hounds I took have already popped, so I've got a lot of pups cleaning up, and it's just a question of whether these balloons, which are already quite low on health, make it round to this last wizard tower. I'm not sure actually whether I might have got lucky and got away with it even if they hadn't, because I've got a lot of pups that are going to converge on it. and those lava hounds are just going to sit on it until they do. So I might have got away with it, but as it turns out, the balloons survive, and we end up with a fairly comfortable 3-star, even though it didn't really go quite according to plan. And right, now let's look at Shadow doing it. I think these are the five ones we've done so far since the update, and they've all worked. So Shadow takes 2 poisons here because we get 2 of the air defences with 3 lightnings. But makes a mistake with the poisons, so you don't want to drop the poisons right together because they don't stack, but they do extend the poison. So if you wait till the first poisons run out, and then, or nearly run out, and then drop the second one, the poison will carry on at sort of full throttle and kill that Clan Castle dragon. As it is, the dragon just survives, but we hadn't, basically there was no plan for the Archer Queen in this, so the Archer Queen was kind of a spare thing in reserve for emergencies. So Giant went down to tank a little bit and to draw the Archer Queen out. King kills the Archer Queen, and now we've got our own Archer Queen left to kill that Clan Castle dragon. So that basically puts us back in a strong position here. Now we've got 5 hounds, 18 balloons, and just 2 air defences. So this is pretty good. And Shadow's, because it didn't go quite to plan, Shadow's sort of pausing to think here, and there's plenty of time, so there's no need to rush. And then starts with the Hound deployment. So again, going in on the back end with the Hounds to tank for a few balloons behind them before they move into the air defences, and then just targeting individual defences with the balloons to move in towards those air defences. And so getting a few of those hounds to pop, which does provide you with cleanup troops, but still plenty left as well, so still plenty of tanking power, and there's pretty much nothing left on the base now, just a few Teslas, and I think it's still 2 hounds up. So again, just totally destroying this base. It's a really good attack. And so yeah, again, I would take, if your plan's going to take down all the air defences, I'd still take 1 hound just to provide you a bit of tanking, and sort of maybe 20, 22 balloons. If you're going to use a kill squad that just takes out 1 air defence, then take 3 hounds, and that can, so you can use 1 to sort of clear out the air mines and stuff, and also use them to help tank at the back end before moving into the remaining air defence. And if you're going to leave both air defences up, then I would just use 5 hounds like a few of our tats here have done. And that's about it. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching.